Hi, this is Chef Dewayne with MealPro. Today we're going to be working on a gluten-free shepherd's pie. So the thing that makes this gluten-free is we're going to be using rice flour instead of wheat flour. To create gluten, you need wheat flour and water, and they need to be blended together, and the longer you mix them, the more gluten you develop. So we're going to use rice flour as an alternative. We're going to add a little bit of oil to our pan first. And you can use ground beef today, or excuse me, you can use ground beef, or you can use any type of leftover beef that you have. We're going to use a little bit of leftover tri-tip here. It's been diced up, stirred around a little bit, get it covered with the oil. So getting that coated with the oil gives the flour something to adhere to when you put it in the pan. You put a little bit of flour, sprinkle some on there. Just a little bit, a couple tablespoons maybe. And you want to stir that around. Once this is on here and it's completely coating the meat, you want to let it brown just a little bit. Make sure to control your heat so that your pan doesn't get too hot. You don't want to burn anything here. So you'll start to notice the flour go from kind of a pale blonde to a little bit of a darker color. And that's about when you're ready to start adding your liquids. First thing we're going to add here is a little bit of beef stock. You can use water, you can use vegetable stock, you can use any type of liquid like that that will work for you. It's just going to start looking like gravy here. Let it cook for just a moment. Now we're going to add a little bit of red wine. And we're going to let this reduce for a minute. It's going to thicken up pretty quickly because of the flour that's already in there. Let that simmer for just a moment. Once that's done simmering, it's going to thicken up, be a nice kind of brown gravy consistency. You also want to make sure you cook all the alcohol out of the dish. This is starting to thicken up nicely here. So we're going to remove it from our heat. Okay, so we've removed that from the heat. We're going to take and we're going to add our brown gravy and our meat to the bottom of this pan. Next, we're going to take our mashed potatoes that we have already made. We have a link to how to make our country style farmer's mashed potatoes, and I'll have it posted below here. Okay, once you've got your potatoes on, smooth them around, completely cover the top here. All right, once that's done, we're going to take some cheddar cheese and we're going to sprinkle the cheddar cheese generously over the top. And then we're going to place this into the oven and we're going to let it bake for about 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Hello and welcome back. So this is baked for about 20 minutes. And as you can see, the cheese is nicely melted, a little golden brown on top of the mashed potatoes. And it's all set to go. Serve it with some fresh steamed vegetables and you got yourself a nice well-rounded meal. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe.